Right, more shiny Feebas hunting, or just shiny hunting in general, but aim is for Feebas. And it's our recruiters run up in our business and been like, hi guys, I want to try and evolve. Yeah, it was the reptiles and all that crap, I believe, but you know what? I'm going to try and do it fishy style. So, I believe we're going to go for 100 Magikarp this stream. But tutor will be all up in our business first. So let's pop onto our little counter. That can live up there a minute. And let's use our death counter and soundboard, because that's what we like to use for this. It incorporates itself well with what I'm doing. So that's the first Pokemon and on off the stream, all sorted. I was going to say knocked out, but we've not knocked it out. And that'll be another. We are at the stage where we can just run away. We'll use that super secret Joe Star technique. Jesus Christ, we botched that. Run away from the stream. Use the Joe Star technique. And there's a Magi. As I say, each time we, set a number of Magikarps because it's the most common to encounter, and I feel it works a lot better than a set time. So I could be like, oh, we've done an hour. What have you done? Not much. So yeah, we like to keep these pretty chill, We're in no rush to do much. What we'll do soon though is we shall hit up the Pokemon that are outside on Pokemon Go. Because we shall shiny hunt them if any of them actually have the possibility of being shiny. I'll shoot them all up in this once we get the numbers in. We should make it 600 tutor this stream, no problem. We do have the shiny charm, so that's something to also factor in. Alright, let's see what we got here. It's a tutor, so I'm going to click on this Totodile and I don't see any stars. Let me also make sure that I add that tutor to our list. What's next? We got a Kricketot. How have I ended up on this screen now? I thought I said just run away. Nope, that ain't shiny. Doduo? Nope, looks pretty boring to me. And there's nothing else that can be shiny out there. Oh well. I think we'll hit up Jason later, see if he's up for some good old Pro Evo. In fact, why don't I do that now while I think about it? Jim about Pro Evolution Soccer eFootball 2021 later. Didn't play too well last stream. No, we got a reply. It's from the most spiderest of goats. He is all up in this business. Get paranoid and wondering if I'm in the right text box, well, to update the counter, and I was. We will update our style after 1000 Magikarp total. I think every 500 Magikarps is a pretty good metric to be like, we need a style update. I'm not sure what we're going to go for. Because we'll update our hair, we'll update our clothes. I suppose there's wrestling to talk about as usual. Was Rampage and SmackDown last night. I enjoyed Rampage, like I said, it goes at a fair old pace. You know, a lot of killer, not much filler. So I enjoyed the matches on there. Good tag team match between champs Lucha Bros and the Butcher and the Blade. Looking forward to, I think it's the 8-man tag. It's gonna be, I just assume there's an 8-man tag with them. I honestly can't remember. I assume it's Lucha Bros and Santana and Ortiz versus Butcher, Blade and some other members of the Hardy family. Yeah, the whole, I think what they're calling it, Grand Slam week for AEW next week is, oh, there's some tasty matches on those cards. I mean, there's Bryan Danielson versus Kenny Omega. I mean, I'm expecting shenanigans because, well, you give part of it away on free TV, you don't give the whole thing away. But then again, he may get the win because Bryan, that is, because, you know, it is non-title. Punk against Powerhouse Hobbs. That should be pretty good. I think everybody's just waiting to see if Hook actually gets in the ring at some point. Super Click part. Well, I'm going to call them parties. The Super Click versus Jurassic Express with Christian. That should be good. I mean, he's just waiting for Christian to turn on him at some point. It feels inevitable. Maybe we'll see a Jungle Boy Adam Cole feud with Christian costing Jungle Boy the win at some point, I reckon. I think that's maybe the long-term thing they're going for. Miro defeated Fuego del Sol to retain his TNT Championship. That was a surprisingly more competitive match than I think a lot of us expected. Just looks like he's transitioning to Sammy Guevara. That should be some good stuff. But yeah, Rampage was pretty damn good. SmackDown, it kind of happened. I was like, whatever. Honestly, didn't miss that much. Had Seth come out and be like, yes, I beat Edge up really, really badly, legally. I use legal moves. But I need to either finish him off one way or another. Oh. Apollo Crews has got himself another IC title match. Feels like that's all he's done this year. Rick Boogs made short work of Bobby Roode. Oh, we did have Big E pop his head out and join forces with Balor to defeat the Usos. It was all much of a muchness. I'm quite disappointed in the final segment that, you know, the mayor of Knoxville come out, gave Bianca the key to the city. It's a big old thing, because, you know, it's all symbolic and stuff, I assume. You know, big key on the table. Becky obviously comes out to interrupt her homecoming. You expect that key to come into play, you know, it's going to go over somebody's head or into somebody's gut, right? No, nothing, it was just there. Becky hit the manhandle slam or whatever it is. And that was that. She walked away, leaving Bianca in the ring. It was like, there's a big, massive key. It's just now become Chekhov's key. You got to use that. You can't have this big key-looking thing and not use it in a segment like that. There was a women's tag match that lasted all of about 2 minutes, if that, before it ended in a count out with Carmella being like, I broke my nose. So I bet they're all really glad they turned up. And at least they made it to TV this week. Another match in the ongoing. When's Dom going to turn on Ray? Dom lost to Sami Zayn, so, you know, not bad. Oh, and there was a planned match between Corbin and Owens, but Corbin attacked him before the match, and then we had no match. I was like, okay. It's just a very meh episode of SmackDown, I'll say. I mean, if they follow through on the match they got advertised for Raw, we got the New Day versus the Bloodline. I mean, actually, I'm into that. But obviously everybody's assuming it should be a Survivor Series match, which would make sense. But I suppose there's long enough between that match and Survivor Series. Hell, if need be, they can just have it, add 2 more to each team, and you can have that as your Survivor Series matchup. You know, that'll main event it, that'll be the big elimination. There's the part where obviously one of the champs will have to get pinned to get taken out, but then you don't necessarily have to be pinned, you can just brawl to the back and both get counted out. I wonder if they want to keep Brock and Roman on going after Crown Jewel. I mean, I think there's rumourings of Brock going to Raw. So if Brock went to Raw, you could have him on the Survivor Series team against Romans. Brock and Roman could brawl to the back and count them out. But then why would you have Brock on Raw if he's still doing things with Roman? I don't know. This is a November problem. Might hit up a movie after this, but it depends if Jason actually wants to play Pro Evo, because then we won't have time. Oh, we'll see. We'll have a plan. We'll do something at some point. Another thing about the women's tag match that was on SmackDown was very much a case of, okay, Toni Storm's on SmackDown. Completely forgot about that. I was like, oh, so that's what she's doing these days. Whew. Oh, well, we've hit our 600, so there's that. I don't know, I'm not really expecting a shiny on screen this stream. We haven't had any at all. I just got a feeling we're not getting one. To be fair, it's a lot easier to say, oh, I got a feeling we're not getting one, than it is to say, you know what, I think we're getting one. I mean, the odds are obviously in my favour saying, I don't think we're getting one. You know what? No, let's be positive. Let's say we're going to get one. What we're going to get, I don't know. I reckon shiny Tutor. We're going to get shiny Tutor at some point. I reckon today we're getting our shiny Tutor. Yeah, let's be confident. My confidence may be unfounded, but you know what? Let's be confident. Same way I'm confident we'll see at least one Feebas. Yes, 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 we will. Well, quarter of a way there to our Magikarp. Problem with all these Darker Nights is it's completely messing me up. I'm here thinking it's like about 20 past 10 as opposed to 8. Completely screws me up. It's going to be terrible come November. Like, what times that I don't know, it's just dark out. It's nearly always dark out. You're like, oh look, it's 4:30, it's dark out. What's it like when you wake up? Dark out. What's it like when you get back from work? Dark out. It's all dark. Oh, a little bit yawny as usual. Oh, why do you watch the stream? Not for the shiny Pokemon, for the yawning, so I can go to sleep. Well, as I usually say, if there were more people, this would be more interactive. I always appreciate everybody who does tune in, and you're all quite within your rights to not interact. I mean, I am never going to force you and be like, you must do this, you must do that. That's an absolute tool move. So yeah, if you just want to chill like I'm chilling watching this, that is fine by me. As I always say, if I was shiny hunting in general, I'd probably be doing something else with it. Like, I don't know, watching a TV show, but because we've decided to stream it, we're not really going to be doing that, so we're going to, you know, interact and stuff, but that's why we got a bit of music on, just chilling, doing what we do. And to be honest, I've not got enough screens to really watch a TV show at the moment. So obviously we like to keep an eye on things on here. And we're playing it on the big screen, so that's fine. I'm sure, you know, everybody watches a good few other shiny hunters, and depending on what their plans are, some of them are just like, yeah, I'm just going to chill, we're going to shiny hunt, so... That's kind of my plan. Just chill if I think there's anything to say. Never, please note I never said to be interesting to say, but anything to say, I'll say it. Excuse me, terrible. It took me a while, that one. I thought, I'm sure I pressed the button to fish, but I don't see the rod. A lot of that was to do with the fact that the fishing rod was not out. Okay, we're playing slightly off centre, but I'm sure you'll survive. Feebas. No shiny Feebas, but it's Feebas. Nonetheless. Right, we are defeating the Feebas because we want to get our battled number up. Because the higher the battle number goes, the more chance we got of getting a shiny once it reaches a certain point. And it also means that we get to level up this Feebas here, which started at level 1 and so far has only leveled up off Feebas. I think we started at level 1 last stream or the stream before. One of the two. I want to say last stream. Almost messed that one up. I subscribe to about, I think, 2 channels on YouTube that have movie trailers because, you know, I like to watch a few trailers for movies. Sometimes it'll be like, oh, there's a movie you've obviously not heard of. Here's a trailer. You might find something that you're suddenly gonna dig. That's how it works. That's the trailer's job. But at least one of them, if not the two that are on there, I know there's at least one. I look at my subscriptions, like, watch this part of the scene from the film, okay, and also another part of the scene, and like over the course of a week it seems to give away about, well, just what I assume must be near enough half the bloody movie. So, well, why do I want to go see the movie when it's almost like you've just been like, here's half the movie for free? I get it's trying to create hype and that's a good thing, but it just seems like, well, it's going to be spoilers for Shang-Chi, because it's about basically what I remember. It's like, Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings, scene for blah de blah. Shang-Chi controls a dragon. I'm like, I didn't need to know this, because I kind of wanted to watch it at some point. I mean, I guess it's on me to try and find, you know, sites that just upload the trailers. So I can be like, oh, okay, that's cool, and go from there. But yeah, it's just scrolling through my subscriptions and like, oh, guess that's the thing. Oh, that's the thing. Okay. I'm sure there's some people that are totally into it. It's like, oh wow, it's awesome, I'm so hyped for it, and that's great if it's doing the job, but for me it's just like, I don't... I mean, I guess it might make some people see it if they weren't already thinking about it, but it's also the descriptions being like, this is something that happens in the movie. Okay. I mean, it's no sort of Tony Stark uses the Infinity Gauntlet at the end of Endgame and dies. I mean, I'm quite comfortable spoiling that, because if you not watched it, you were probably never going to watch it, so whatever. Watch this be the part where I've moved the microphone and then just keep twatting it. You're not the shiny tutor I expected. I'm sure you noticed that for the most part I'm very into naming these streams something dumb that just amuses me. I'm not sure if it's helpful to do that. I'm not sure if it stands out, but it sure as heck amuses me. I'm not sure if I got hair and just dangling into the can of this headset or what. I keep saying I should look into the mechanics of chain fishing if it increases the shiny odds, but I haven't, so... But the other thing is, if I can't run away, then it's going to take longer, at least per encounter, so I don't know if it's worth increasing the odds by chain fishing. something I'll have to look into. I guess if it doubles the odds of it being shiny, what my current chances, then maybe. But it does mean it would take a lot longer. So I feel I can get these 50 magic harp in about the same time by running away, and the same time it would take me to defeat 50 magic harp. Although at the moment, we're going to be lucky if we get about 1 magic harp a minute. Brain farted. Only other thing is, successfully chained fish, you need to obviously reel it in every bloody time. I did like on Rampage that Ricky Starks joined the commentary team. That was quite a nice touch, but then again I was expecting Taz and company to take over the commentary on Dynamite after they saw off Punk. I thought they were just going to run everybody off and be like, you know what, we're commentating the last half of the show. I think that would have been pretty cool. You know, I'd have Taz taking lead with, you know, Hook, Hobbs and Stark. For as much as I like Jericho, sometimes just a bit too much on commentary. It's like, it's always on the go, which, you know, it's great that he brings an energy to it. But considering he's supposed to be, you know, got on the face side of things, he's still being a bit of a dick on commentary. Which, you know, it made sense when he was heel. Yeah, being an absolute dick, but he's still very much, you know, hitting the same notes. You know, he is hamming it up big time, which, you know, that's fun, but sometimes I feel it'd be more effective when he does ham it up if he wasn't always hamming it up. You know, less is more, as they say. But, you know, let's see what happens. I think a good balance is when you know, you got probably sort of Excalibur and or Ross and Shivani on it. You know, two sort of guys who are a bit more grounded. You know, Taz just does what Taz does. Excalibur has a bit of fun with him as well, which is nice. And then, obviously, when Jericho's there, it's a bit like, ooh, okay, Jericho's doing things. I think I've accidentally added too many Feebas there. Let me go sort that out. So, something's inaccurate along the way. Never said they were completely accurate, there's very much human error. We may have to review this Feebas stuff, but we'll do that later. That's what I get for trying to no-look the counter. I really am rather looking forward to some the Diamond and Pearl remakes. Not long now, not long. Roughly about 2 months to go. Arceus Legends looks interesting at the very least. Bit of a different take on it. It's like, oh, I'm into that. I like the Pokeball, you know, when you catch it and it's got this little, like, almost sort of fireworks. It like fizzles a bit. Pop! It's like, I like that, I like that. That's a nice little touch. Be interesting to see these new forms and the explanation. It's like, oh, did they die out, or are they suddenly going to be like, in a future game, they'll be like, oh, we've discovered this artifact from the past or something that allows these Pokemon to evolve into forms we once thought were extinct. I mean, there's always a way to hand wave it away. But like, look, we can do this now. Just give us the love disc into Armaloa evolution. See, that's how excited I am about it. Make it canon. Make it an actual thing. I've said previously, it would have made it sense for it to be a thing in Alola. They'd be like, oh, in these warmer waters, these love discs happen to evolve into Almaloa. And you can always say in the other games, well, these Almaloas just migrated from the hotter countries. Oh no, love discs don't evolve because the water's not warm enough, blah 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 blah. See, I can write this whole fanfic stuff, it's fine. Fan theories, fanfics, I got them. pop down and get a drink in a moment. I also need to update my break screen. I've made one and that's been it. Right, no better time than on this tutor, so we'll be back in a moment and see if we also get attacked by an Aracuda. Well, I'm back and better than ever, but this headset That ain't Claire Necton, I don't think, is it? Oh, bear with me. Okay, now we're back, and we're better than ever. Let's get our counter back. Let's go rescue it. Tab into it. As my phone made noises at me since I was downstairs, it has not. Also play my favourite game of did I just leave it on the WhatsApp message screen? No, I didn't. Oh crap, we lost the controller. We got it back, it was just slipping down, it was like, oh. Yeah, and that was why we checked, as we almost accidentally updated our Feebas counter. I suppose the thing is, may, at some point, once we get some shines, actually have to put a number by the shines that we got. Because it's going to be a long old project, this. We assume. Could be wrong. We've got a 58 in the 59th minute. Then again, we did take a break, so there's also that. There we go, 59 in the 59th. It would appear that our widget has died. Yes, the widget has very much died. Okay. Let me just fix that. Because it went from being very gold saucer to not all gold saucer. Alright, let's fix that. Ooh, a little bit hiccupy there. I think it's almost about time we check what's spawned on Pokemon Go soon. Let's let that load while I do this. Oh, that was a fast one. No messing about there, was it, Tutor? There was not. What I got for us, Pokemon Go. Okay, we're gonna start with the Rhyhorn. It is a regular old Rhyhorn. There's a Spoink. Looks regular to me. Let's deal with this Tutor encounter as well. It is a regular Spoink. How about Caterpie? What you got for us, Caterpie? Looks pretty green to me. Swablu, not that don't have loads of them. And Stunky, just to finish it off. It's not going to be shiny, so we're going to have to make sure we catch it to see if it's a shiny Ditto. Our survey says, I think it's just Stunky, okay, whatever. Who cares? Not me, that's for sure. Everything else can go to hell. Alright, we've managed to press wrong buttons. That's what happens when you try to do two things at once. You completely mess it up. Did play a few of the Katamari games around about the 360 era. Did enjoy them. And the music was pretty damn good as well too, which helped. If I remember, there was an absolute banger from one of the Katamari soundtracks. Can't remember the title of it, but I really dug it. Yeah. think I've been streaming a lot this week, because I know for the next 2 weeks I'm probably not going to stream anywhere near as much. Like, we might get a good bit next week, depending how tired I am from work, but the week after I'm basically away from home for a good week and change, so you're probably not going to get much, if anything, out of me. Maybe the odd Pro Evo stream and event with basic setups of back on the PS4, and that's about it. I maybe take a look at my laptop, but it's so old I doubt it can handle much, if anything. If we can do a basic, here is Streamlabs. You can connect the Switch and a game capture card and all that crap, then maybe I can knock one out, but I'm not holding my breath. And there's no way I'm lugging my goddamn PC and everything with me, because that's just stupid. Well, these Magikarps are going to put us, I think, our longest Pokemon stream we've done in recent memory. Part of that is to do with, obviously, taking a little break, but even then, I was only 5 minutes. These Magikarps have been elusive. I mean, Feebas has been a lot more elusive, but that's to be expected. I believe we got 3 last stream, and we've only got 1 this one. Like I said, I will double check the numbers off stream, just to make sure that I've not botched them completely, because that seems like the most important one not to botch. It's going to be much of a muchness, you know, the Magikarp and the Chewtok, but Feebas is something that we can quite comfortably, you know, attempt to get accurate. I know some of these hunting streams are being lost to time, but them the breaks. That's why we just chuck them all up on YouTube now. Wish I started doing that sooner, but I didn't. Did upload a few things I clipped to YouTube, but that was very much all Pro Evo related for the most part, if not all of it. But yeah, I think it's not a bad way to archive the streams, and you know, you reach a different audience as well. And it's not just the streams I put on YouTube, but also just generally, essentially shitpost wrestling stuff. If it amuses me, I'm gonna put it up there. Be like, this is wrestling related, and it's also something else, and let's mush it all together in a weird thing and have some fun with it. If it amuses others, that's great, but it fucking amuses me, some of it. It's not just these little wrestling shorts, you know, we've tried different things. We tried doing a wrestling quiz before, about a year or 2 ago. Didn't really take off, but I got Spider and Mike to join in, as well as Adam for at least 1 or 2 rounds, I believe. So that was fun. Spider even did his own quiz. It was very ECW centric from what I remember, so definitely worth checking those out if you'd like a bit of wrestling as well. I know I said it earlier, but it feels so weird and it feels so late. Honestly turned around. I know I looked about 10 minutes ago, but I honestly expected it to be about 20 past 10, 20 past 11. Oh. Yeah, still zero shinies for life. Zero shinies. Maybe it's like that, I don't know. Whatever looks like roughly an S. Yeah. It's not quite as catchy as Zero Miedo. But, you know, we can't all be bangers. Yeah, I was bound to get there in the end. I mean, if you flip the finger and thumbs at least one way to the other, you're gonna get there. We have had one Feebas on stream though. You know, it does spoil us. Although we had 3 last stream, so... As you see, we've, you know, upped it to 100 encounters, what with the runaway. Oh, crap. I thought you were going to be my lucky charm and get me a shiny of some description. I mean, you always come watch me play Pro Evo as soon as I'm failing. It's like, oh look, what's about to happen? Who's joined the stream? Oh god, I'm going to fail. You know what I think would help? If you drank more Monster. You don't drink enough Monster. Well, see, that's the problem. You drank zero Monster today. Oh, I've just had an idea. I need to write this down. It's stupid, it's dumb. I like it. It's a really shitty pun and I like it. Right, back to it. We've written it down, we've replaced text messages, well, WhatsApp messages. Barely use text messages, to be fair. Most I use them for is, here is this code for this thing that's, you know, double authentication and all that shit. It's like, okay. There's very few people I'll send an actual text message to. There will be no Pro Evo with Jason tonight. He has other things he must attend to. He's basically not at home and not in a position to play Pro Evo. Oh, I've hit 91 Magikarp, that's not bad. Make that 92 Magikarp. Ooh. Oh, Magikarp on a run, but on a run. Yeah, this is a heck of a run for them. Oh, we've got 4 in a row now. I would kind of like at least one more Feebas before the stream ends. No? Okay. Bollocks to you then. Surely this one's a tutor. It is. Not shiny though. Well, thank you. Random. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna butcher the name of that. But thank you for making it from 1 to 2. So cheers for that. Yeah, I'm just going to go with random. It's a lot easier. So thank you, random. Much appreciated. The good news is we've gone up to 2 viewers. Bad news is that we pretty much aiming for the 100 Magikarps a stream, so we've got 96 so far. Obviously the whole aim of the damn stream is to get some nice shiny Feebas. But considering how elusive they are, we figured, you know, a nice natural stopping point is once we reach 100 Magikarp at the moment. Oh, we've accidentally upped that. Let me pop that. We have been doing 50 Magikarp a stream, but now that we're just doing the runaway technique, it's a lot easier and a lot faster. Yeah, we got plans on perhaps, well, if anything, if this week's anything to go by, we'll definitely be doing another stream of this tomorrow at some point, not sure what time. That is very much on the list of things to do. So we're enjoying this shiny hunting. And also, the other thing is, we'll hit another 100 tomorrow, and then after that, we're going to change up our closing style, because we've decided every 500 Magikarps, we go for something different. Doesn't feel like we spent long with this style, but then again, I've spent quite a good few months with the previous style. Oh, one more to go, one more to go. There's many more Feebas to go, but for this, I'll tell you what, I'm going to put a quick shout out to Spider Goat. Do you want to do anything after this stream? I don't know what, but if you do, let me know. Because otherwise I may go for another 50. I'll message him direct a minute. Yeah. Okay, no, that's right. He's replied. I've sent a message in the general. Right, you know what? Bollocks, let's go for another 50. Ooh, pushing the boat out on this stream. Let's see what we can get. Let's see what we can get. Big Saturday night special. Saturday night main event. Just don't expect me to run a pay-per-view tomorrow night. Oh good god, I can't do 3 hours. Let alone 4. Well, I suppose a lot of the pay-per-views used to, some of them used to be about 2 hours, right? Right? I do like the NXT pay-per-views, that, well, the takeovers that used to be about, you know, 2.5, 3 hours. To be fair, I think that was most of them. You know, like, look, here's some good, great quality wrestling. Absolute bangers of matches. Not much filler, if at all. Get in, get the job done, go from there. The AEW pay-per-views have been pretty long, but then again, for the most part, they've been worth the time that they put the matches on for. I think there's very few where you can say, you know what, they weren't the best. I mean, there's obviously one match in recent memory where everything was great up until the absolute very end of it. There's one word that will describe it, and that is anticlimactic. There's other words you can use to describe it, but yeah. I think All Out, that was the last one, wasn't it? Yeah, I think that's very much swept that to the side and be like, no, you can forget about that now. I think the cards are so stacked for next week that I've actually forgotten matches that are on there. And I'm like, huh, that's the thing, that's great. I'm actually looking forward to that as well. I believe we got coming up next week, this Britt Baker versus Ruby Soho. I mean, that's probably going to get a nice bit of time, so that should go well. We've got Tay Conti versus Penelope Ford, or is it going to be the Bunny? I can't remember, to be perfectly honest. I think that's going to be on a Rampage. I think the thing with Frankie Kazarian's Elite Hunter gimmick, it very much feels like somebody's dad trying to sort of cash in a way. It's like, you know what, you guys are popular, so I'm going to be, you know, kind of anti you, but also try to piggyback off it. By no means is, you know, not what I'm saying it's doing, but it's the way it's presented is very much like, he's the Elite Hunter, who's he actually hunted? What's he actually achieved? Nothing much at the moment. It feels a bit awkward, you might say. It really does feel like after SU broke up that not much has really happened for both of them. I mean, Scorpio Sky had the whole thing with Darby Allin for a bit with Ethan Page, but at the moment it's just like, oh yeah, Man of the Year, they're kind of a tag team. Not really seen much of them besides promos. And that is obviously me discounting anything like Dark and Elevation, because I don't watch that. I mean, you could argue if I want to see them I should, but I've only got so much time in my life. Ooh, a Feebas. It ain't shiny, but it's a Feebas. Right, let's wreck it shit. And that, I think, is the best time for me to take another little break while I go get a drink. So let us do that. And we're back. Right, let's carry on. We've had the genius idea this time of taking up not one bottle, but two. You can only fit one in the glass, but that's fine. Right, let's rescue our counter. That ain't Old Tavern for me, is it? There we go. Right, say goodbye, Tutor. It's another tutor. And another. Well, for as much as I was worried about needing the runaway ability, I think we're doing okay. Well, I think we're going to be streaming long enough to do another round of Pokemon Go shiny hunting in a minute. Well, I say in a minute, in about 20 minutes, 25 roughly. So how was Spider Goat spent their day? If it's easier to tell me, just tell me you did what you did yesterday for a good few hours. I am so glad I'm not the crazy sort of person that goes, we're going to keep streaming until we find a shiny. I mean, some people do that, and more power to them, but good God, I could not imagine doing that. Even with these, you know, half odds. Hell, it's less than half odds. I think there's low-key a chance of us getting to 700 tutor at the end of the stream. Oh look, it's the age-old Magikarp has something to say about that, as tutor usually does when I say something about Magikarp. Now if Feebas wants to have a word, that's fine by me. You know, Feebas can have all the words at once. In a way, I kind of miss the Safari Zone, but in a way I also don't. I suppose it was nice that, you know, you go to a specific area, then you're going to get these Pokemon here because they're kind of imported from a faraway land, or it's the only place you can get them, which is kind of cool. Then there's also the mechanic of you either throw rocks at them, or you throw bait at them, or you throw a ball at them. Hope for the best. And it's like, oh look, it's a shiny. Can I catch it? I don't know. Just throw a ball, see what happens. I guess in a way, Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu are kinda like that. So I mean, obviously it's not exactly, but the general consensus is they can just run away, so sucks to be you. Although I did enjoy Pokemon Let's Go Eevee more than I actually thought I would. It ended up being like 10 quid or something with the Switch, or free, I don't know. All I knew is I had plans to get the Switch, and I was like, well, let's get this bundle with the case and Let's Go Eevee, because Sword and Shield's coming out in the next month or two, I think it was. It was a good enough price, so we got it, and surprisingly enjoyed it. And in just our regular playthrough, I ended up with 2 shinies. There was a shiny Bellsprout. Oh look, it's Magikarp! Not Magikarp, bloody Feebas. It's not shiny, but sure. Yeah, we ended up with a shiny Magikarp in, I think, Viridian Forest, and then in Lavender Town Tower, was it? Something like that. We got a shiny Ghastly. So obviously they become part of our team for the general playthrough. It was quite nice surprises. And we have done some shiny hunting in that as well. It's nice that you get to see them in the overworld. I did have one spawn and then despawn, which was rather gutting. That reeling was a little bit more luck than judgment, because did jump the gun slightly, I felt. To be fair, Magikarp is turning up again for a little run, it looks like. You all don't want to be forgotten about. That's fine by me. Be even finer by me if you were shiny. But we can't have everything. Oops. Fleetwood Mac won't be happy because I did indeed break that chain. I've worked myself into a bit of a mess here with the counter. But as I always say, it's by no means accurate. That was a quick one. I can only assume Spider-Goat has gotten distracted, which is fair. Yeah, the shooter is low-key going for that 700. 23 to go on that with 20 on the Magikarp. Entirely possible. Maybe not probable, but very possible. Nah, Magikarp don't want none. It reminds me of a terrible joke that I thought up. We'll see how badly I'm going to word it. Why do other wrestlers hate going to a curry house with AJ Styles? Because they always end up with poppadoms, because when I asked what sides they want, AJ Styles said, nah, they don't want naan. The delivery was terrible, I know. But you see what I'm getting at. Never make it as a stand-up comedian. And that's okay. Okay, so Tutor's got a fair little bit to make up if he wants to get to this 700. I don't think it will. Not like that, anyway. Bloody hiccups. Magic Heart don't want none of Tutor's bullshit. I like to think Feebas is just laying low and preparing to steal the show by being the first shining. It's like, yeah, let him battle it out. I'll pop my head up when it's time to really shine. But you know what, while it is very much Magikarp time, it's also near enough time to do a little bit of Pokemon Go shiny hunting. You know, that is dependent upon what spawns. So let's get this one out of the way and then we go from there. Right, let's just reload the game because it's so much easier, otherwise that thing just runs away. It's just despawned. So while that loads, let's do at least one more encounter, probably two. Oh, okay. Maybe not, because I've just reeled in real slow apparently. It's like we barely touched the water and then it was like, nah, you need to reel me in. I was like, okay, calm down, calm down. Okay, right, it is loaded on my end, Pogo. What have we got? We got Nidoran female. Let's see what that's going to give us. Nothing. There's a Trapinch up that way. But that is not a weird coloured Trapinch. What else we got? We got Cast Form. No Spider Goat likes him a cast form, but it's pretty grey. Yes, it's grey and overcast. I'll tell you what, let's hit up the Caterpie. Nope, that's pretty green. Rhyhorn. Looks pretty grey based on that. Right, we got a Ghastly. Well, the Ghastly ain't shiny, but is it a Ditto in disguise? So gotcha. Nope, it's just a regular old Ditto. Ghastly. It's not a Ditto even. Ugh. But the only other thing outside is a Spinarak. Yep, man, that ain't gonna do anything interesting. Oh well, we tried. you know what? There's a chance we may go and bring this to 1000 Magikarp overall. Not fully decided yet. We may change our mind in the next 4 Magikarp, but we'll see, we'll see. Gonna be a big old stream. You know what, I can't think of much else I'm going to do after this. There's a little bit of TV I want to watch, but that's about it. And by TV I mean just, I guess just generally shows. Because when it comes to traditional TV and its schedule, we don't really watch it like that. So I guess things like Harley Quinn is aired on TV, but then there's also stuff on Netflix where it's like, well, I guess you'd call it a TV show, but then maybe it's just a show. I mean, maybe it's a generational thing where I feel like it needs a... Well, maybe it doesn't need to qualify, but I expect it to have the qualifier of a TV show. When you say show, it's like, oh, what? A variety show? A show that's performed on stage? Would it be more accurate to call it a streaming show? Feels weird to call it a streaming show. I don't know if half of what I watch on Netflix has already aired on TV somewhere at some point, or if it's a Netflix thing that they've especially done. I guess if it's a streaming service exclusive, you'd call it by the streaming show service and then show, so a Netflix show. Well, I guess in that case I probably got me some TV shows and or Netflix shows to watch. You know what, I reckon when I hit this 50, take a little break, and then we're gonna get that another 50 on top of that. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Gonna run away, go to break, and see if an Aracuda attacks us. Right, away you go, the cute dogs on stream. We're back, we're going to knock out another 50 match cart. And as predicted, we got attacked by an Aracuda. Oh, Barracuda this time, sorry, not an Aracuda. Yeah, big old Barracuda. I guess it really is indeed time to run. It's the Barracuda. Unsurprisingly, we're not counting Barracuda encounters. So very few and far between. Right, let's get the old counter up. Your streams reaching Pro Evo levels of length. I mean, it's about as successful as me playing Pro Evo because we've not really achieved much. Okay, too fast. Some might even say I was a little premature with my rod. It happens, don't judge. Oh bollocks, we double tapped directly up. I mean, sometimes you tap it and it don't move, and other times it double taps. I mean, we're obviously going to hit 700 total at this point with a very much extended stream. Ooh. Well, I mean, that is if I don't fall asleep. I shouldn't, but sometimes it does creep up on you and hits you like a truck, I'll tell you that. But it shouldn't. I am of the assumption that they didn't bother to even include the line of the rod. I mean, in theory, you can't really see it, so it'd kind of be pointless adding it in. And then if you're going to add it in, you'd have to put it going down the rod itself. But, I mean, you'd probably get away without doing it, but yeah. I don't see why they'd cut that corner. Feel better for it though. Not for not reeling it in though. Only this hole would spawn faster. Wrong button. Good if I didn't actually look at it and check. I was thinking of naming the stream Pokemon 2.0%. You can bracket, not brackets, Feebas. But I guess in hindsight I should have pretty much named it that, but instead of Feebas, Magikarp, and instead of 2% just been like 200. Ah, you live or you learn. I mean, you can always name the next one that if we decide to go for 200 Magikarp. Just means at some point somebody's going to want me to do a 300 one. And that someone probably being me. Oh shit. Bit far. Like I said, I will definitely check these Feebas numbers. Sure as shit ain't checking the Magikarp and tutor numbers. Obviously the more we get, the more likely it is that they're inaccurate. But I do at least give an idea. It's a very strong idea. you know, I'd also wager that the more we get, the more accurate they're kind of going to be. So I'd like to think we make a few mistakes with them. So we have more right than we do wrong. So it should have less of an impact, I hope. Ooh, it's Feebas. It ain't shiny, but it's Feebas. Oh crap, we're supposed to have defeated it. What? Oh, okay. My bad. That's the danger of getting into that habit of running. Your brain registers as a Feebas, but that's a bit mean. I think it registers like as a Feebas. So I believe that's 3 Feebas on stream over the course of 2 hours and 23 minutes. So even if you kind and take about 10 minutes away for a break, that's taken over well over 2 hours and nearly a quarter to get 3 on stream. They are elusive. Had the sense to at least put the counter up before we ran. Don't have much sense, but at least there was that. Well, we bollocked that up. Son of a bitch. Sometimes it feels like you have an ice age, and the other times it's like, ah, you don't. So you either have an ice age or you have like Google Glass. I figured at some point we'd best actually make a concerned and deliberate look at the number of viewers we do and don't have. For as much as me drifting off into my own little world and assuming making these weird facial expressions, as I don't care to vocalise what I'm thinking at points. Short version, it was something along the lines of something that could auto-counter for me, and then it drifted into Google Glass and its failure, and wondering if Google Glass had Siri. No, it's not Siri. It's not even Alexa. Yeah, good work, Google. I don't know the name of your Google Assistant. Whatever the Google Assistant was that in the Google Glass? All I remember is sometimes on my lock screen, if I press things wrong, it comes up and then I get pissed off with it. So, yeah, stunning work, Google Assistant. I mean, if I was designing it, I'd just be like, I'd call it Kay, so I could just go, "Hey Kayla, hey Kayla, hey Kayla." But, you know, that's just me and I'm an awful human being. God, I miss the Iconics. Seriously though, why the fuck did they ever get rid of the Iconics? A goddamn fucking highlight. They were funny, I'm not saying they were amazing in the ring, but they could go in the ring at the very least. Oh, I miss the Iconics. Sometimes comedy and wrestling falls flat on its fucking ass, but some of them just tickle my funny bone right. Santino Marella and the Iconics, they tickle my funny bone right. Just something about Santino. Even as Santina, a bit of that worked for me, I'm not gonna lie. And I believe a lot, if not all of that, was just on Marella carrying it. By God, just Santino's mannerisms, just everything is like, yeah, you make me laugh, it's fine. But the ruddy bloody Iconics. What could have been? You know, WWE still seems to have these women's tag titles. You wouldn't really know it, but you know, here's an idea. Let's get rid of a legitimate tag team. Oh, but first we got to split them up for no good reason on a random Raw. Why you split them up? I don't fucking know. Who knows? Nobody knows why we're splitting them up. Just because it still pisses me off. The Iconics were robbed. Absolutely robbed. I mean, I get that they wanted to try both of them as single stars, but when you do the next to bugger and all with them, and you break them up with it was just such a nothing angle. Obviously, it's like, oh, if they lose, they can't team together. Okay. Or storyline reason? I don't know. Fuck you. That's why. Hashtag I miss the Iconics. Give me some Billy Kay, give me some Peyton Royce, and we'll be good. I mean, I think everybody figured they'd probably end up in AEW thanks to Shawn Spears, if I'm right in remembering stuff. You know what? I reckon they'd do a banging job in AEW. God, they really would. And I mean, I think they got enough women there that they could happily introduce the women's tag belts. You know, a lot of people do complain that the women don't get enough time on TV, and if you check some tag belts on, guess what? You've given them another reason to be on TV, not that they need another one. You know, you create storylines for them. Let's have a look. You can have Anna Jay and Tay Conti, there's your tag team. You can have Penelope Ford and Bunny, there's another tag team. That's at least 2. Get the Iconics in, there's 3. There's probably loads I'm forgetting. Was it Nyla Rose and Jade Cargill knocking around together? I could be incredibly wrong, and my bad if I am, but I'm sure you could quite comfortably make a tag team division on AEW for the women. So yeah. And also get the bloody Iconics in. Do a shitty tournament. Make them do a surprise entrance. Just give it to the Iconics, damn it. Oh, I do miss the fucking Iconics. You know, I think the Iconics could have some pretty damn good interactions with Tony Schiavone. Just have them absolutely rip the piss out of him. I'm sure, I assumed Tony would be up for it. Just it happens to lead into a feud with, you know, maybe Britt Baker on Reba and Jamie Hayter. You know what? Yeah, have Reba and Jamie Hayter. There's another tag team. There you go. You're welcome. I don't feel like we're gonna have to check this fucking Feebas counter. Yeah, I don't trust this Feebas counter. I don't trust myself to have not watched it. Oh, I thought I had that. It looked like it was struggling to get it in. Oh, Jesus Christ. We got a lot to go through when I got to review my Feebas counter. Good job, VLC. I'll play this in whatever speed I say. Oh, it's a Feebas. Ooh, this count is inaccurate. But remember to actually beat the shit out of it this time. There we go. That will add to our battled counter rate. I do feel like my counters are all over the shop at the moment. But I always do say they're never going to be 100% accurate. I assume they're at least lowballed. Oh, random pickups are fun. So much fun that I once got accused of derping at a customer when I had a random hiccup. Lucky, you know, I've been there long enough for management to know that no, that's not a thing that I do as burp at customers. But sure, yeah. How many we got to go? 14. Well, to be fair, it's been hard work to get to the 700 of these. You know, considering I thought we may have had a chance when we were going for the 150 magic art. This only 5 over as we're going for the 200. To be fair, I think Spider-Goat told me to just keep going because he wanted to see a shiny. He ain't gonna get it at this rate, but I think that was his secret reasoning. He was like, well, if you do more, you get more, so better chance for shiny and all that shit. I'm not gonna lie, I'm at the stage where when I turn to look at the counter, it takes that little bit longer for my eyes to adjust. Oh look, it's another tutor heard me talk shit, so we ain't going to get any more Magikarp or Feebas for a little while. I thought the Switch didn't have built-in microphone even when it even included Bluetooth recently. So apparently talk shit, get tutor. Okay, no Magikarp. Well, on a personal TMI level, I am very much hoping we get these next 10 Magikarp real soon. Because I'd rather not stop the stream to take a little break, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, it ain't that bad. Just what you'd expect when you've had a few pints. Suddenly they run through you. Oh, let's press that button to actually add to it. Ooh. Oh, 6 more to go, that's not bad. So what we're saying is the next thing we're going to see is a tutor. That's me getting over you guys, like, there's a spot, the spot. Yeah, you gotta wait for the exclamation mark. Yeah, but there's a spot. There we go, yeah, so I told you there's a fucking spot, innit? Yeah, I bet the one we missed was a bloody Magikarp. Yeah, we're at this stage where we need to close one eye just so we can focus on what actually a little grayed out area is. Because the little grayed area is what is highlighted. I'm like a really shitty pirate that's forgot a side patch. Ooh, another Feebas. Mr. Ambassador, you do spoil us. Like I said, we're very much going to run the numbers on Feebas just to see if we've added too many. I mean, we may have had 5 this stream, but I may also be wrong. So yeah, we're going to find out our starting number of Feebas, work it out and adjust for the next stream. At least I hope I remember to do that. Come on, Magikarp, we need to piss. We need to piss and then go downstairs and find ourselves another drink. So we're going to repeat the whole process again. Except everything's slightly more intoxicated and I'm not playing Pokemon. Well, I suppose if I be on my lane in faster, I might actually get a Magikarp. Yeah. There we go, yeah, lo and behold, we get a bloody Magikarp, innit? That's apparently how it works. Oh, and another. Right, 3 more to go. 3 more until I'm free. I am free from my self-imposed limits. Really fucking hope these Magikarp hurry up. Not gonna lie. Okay, apparently no, fuck you. Okay. Right, one more to go. There we go. Right, Magikarp 1000. Need to remember, change style next stream. Right, let's get it out of here. Right, as usual, I thank everybody for joining us. It is all much appreciated. So yeah, do the whole follow thing. Also, I do stuff on YouTube. I upload these streams to YouTube and also a bit of extra crap. So while the stream is on Twitch, it's BEN_CIF. YouTube is just BEN_CIF. So go check that out. I'll catch everybody later.